really feels when something is really in your way or holding you back as an anchor, like, and it's not good. So like I'm having a real adult conversation over the phone. You know what this dude do? Okay, I unfollow him, whatever. He started doing story times. One of his story times he had on his page, it was like one of these girls. She mentioned my son, right? He posted it on his story. I'm not even mad at the female. I just know him as a person against our son. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic, bro. Like, he's so disrespectful when it comes to our son. It's disgusting, bro. And you know, oh, I'm answering the phone, I'm saying I love you. I'm gonna be honest, bro. That's out of fear. I've been trying to, like, dim my light just so he don't get as mad as he usually do and as bad as he do with our son. Like, I can't even explain it, bro. Like, we're like, why she answer the phone? Why she? I'm scared because the next time he see a okay, y'all seen how he followed his mom and then unfollowed her? He didn't follow his mom because he F with his mom. He followed his mom because he knows. What does she call my son all day long? She say he's retarded. Come on now, that lady is evil and out to get me and my son. She's dissing her own grandchild on social media. I'm saying this to say, bro, don't get it messed up. Like, yeah, I love him, I'm riding for him, but I know his character traits, bro. I know his patterns, bro. Soon as we beef, he hurt our kid, and it's so evil. So I need y'all. Our son is off limits while we're not seeing eye to eye, please. Because I'm not picking up the phone no more, and y'all gonna see some evil stuff go down, bro. And I'm just giving y'all a fair warning, bro. The way he is, my nigga. Because, okay, I broke up with him, but I still answer his calls just because I don't like when someone plays with my son for clout, bro. My baby got 1 million followers on his page, bro. And it's not just with my son, it's with...
Once more, Chrisean posted a video of herself kissing her new lover, Titan Newton, which escalates the situation to a whole new level. Chrisean and Blueface had recently married while he was incarcerated, and now they're dismantling everything they hardly built. To make things worse, their innocent son has been drawn into the drama once more, with no end in sight. Blueface broke out in a fit of rage and hired his father and a group of guys to show up at Chrisean's house and throw her out. Association. With Titan, many Chrisean had previously complained about Blueface's insecurities and controlling behavior, even after she agreed to marry him while he was incarcerated. When Blueface and his father physically threw her out, Chrisean felt a strange sense of relief, but that short-lived relief didn't last long. Blueface felt threatened by her moving on and couldn't handle seeing their intimacy online. So he called on his absentee father to forcibly evict Christian and their son Junior from his home. Just days ago, Chrisean went live on Instagram to discuss the harassment she has experienced from Blueface and his mother, Carissa. Since then, Blueface has been sending Chrisean threatening messages, and she believes that things could become worse and endanger both her and Junior. Chrisean eventually made the decision to share her experience. The attacks have been continuous and completely unprovoked. She disclosed how Carissa had been using Junior's cognitive impairments as a weapon to harm him by using the R word, while Blueface had shared videos that made fun of their son's health issues. Chrisean acknowledged. She says that she is done with Blueface and is already in the process of divorcing him, regretting ever marrying him in the first place. She also admitted that her decision to marry him was made out of fear and naivete, not love, and that she felt trapped in a toxic situation that only got worse over time. She had forgiven Blueface after he posted private moments of Junior on Twitter, thinking he was remorseful. But now that everything is public, she realizes the truth. After a video of Junior exhibiting symptoms of autism went public, She faced criticism. Blueface and Chrisa's lack of support at this vulnerable period damaged her greatly, but it ultimately forced her to make the painful decision to permanently cut off her relationship with him. Chrisean couldn't understand why their son's father, Blueface, would treat him so cruelly. She thought back to 2 years ago when Blueface leaked intimate photos of their son online, a privacy violation that still bothers her. "He just can't handle it when I stand up for myself," Chrisean recalled. She went on to say that Blueface neglected to recognize her need for autonomy and distance, and that if she tries to have an adult conversation or her life, Blueface returns the attention to the drama. He even posted about their son during one of their storytime sessions. Chrisean quickly clarified that her issue wasn't with the girl in the story, but rather with Blueface himself. "It's demonic, bro. It's really demonic," she added. "I see him as someone who is completely against our son," Chrisean explained. She has been answering his calls out of fear and concern about the possible repercussions if she doesn't. And it's not just about well-being. It's about protecting Junior, who has been used as a pawn in their ongoing battle. "Every time we fight, he takes it out on our kid," Chrisean said. Blueface's wrath has forced her to shrink herself, dimming her own light just to keep the peace. After reaching her breaking point, Chrisean made it apparent that Junior was not welcome in their mess and informed everyone that she would no longer respond. "I can't stand when people mess with my son for clout," she explained, adding that Junior's social media following had made him a target. She also said that she was tired of trying to balance love and fear in a relationship that had become emotionally dangerous. "I'm not answering the phone anymore," she said in reference to Blueface's calls and the possibility of real harm if things escalated. "It's not just about influence, it's about his entire parenting style," while Blueface said nothing. Chrisa did not mince words when she denied using the R word to refer to Junior, and supported Blueface's choice to share their son's intimate moments on social media, saying that Chrisean claimed that Blueface's activities were an attempt to attract her attention because they had been neglecting their son's hernia surgery. Chrisa further asserted that Blueface only wrote about the hernia because Chrisean wasn't taking the matter seriously, but Chrisean wasn't having any of it. "Come on, that woman is evil, and she's out to get me and my son," she insisted, calling him the R word all the time. She insisted that Chrisa's statements were just another example of the dishonesty and manipulation they had endured. Additionally, she stated that even though she loves and is loyal to Blueface, Chrisean is focused on moving forward and has made it clear that her son is off limits. She and Blueface are on different pages, and she isn't backing down if things get worse. It's a messy and painful chapter, but Chrisean is determined to her life. Finally, she broke free from the toxic web that Blueface and his family have spun around her, and Chrisa didn't hesitate to speak her mind, telling Chrisean bluntly, "Take me out of this." Dialogue. "I'm on my son's side, and we're not allowed to communicate." When Junior accused Chrisean of having a nasty spirit, she continued by denying ever using the R word. As the situation worsened, Chrisean reaffirmed her position by posting a video of herself and her new boyfriend, Titan Newton, sharing an intimate kiss. She then followed up with another video, further confirming that she didn't want her child to have a relationship with his grandmother. Chrisa even expressed her willingness to pray for her. Wasn't looking back. It appeared that Chrisean had moved on from the past and that Titan had become a significant part of her future. Chrisa, who is always willing to stir things up, decided to post a joyful video of herself and Chrisean's new relationship. She even included Jaden in the video, possibly to emphasize her own sense of success while jokingly expressing her hope that Blueface would end up with Megan Thee Stallion. Unfortunately, Blueface didn't take the high road, and instead chose to focus on the changing tides of his personal life. Opted for pettiness in a fit of rage, sending his estranged father to Chrisean's house to evict her and Junior. Not only did his father comply, but he also recorded the entire incident, making it a spectacle. The video, in which he tells Chrisean To pack her things and leave only made the humiliation worse. Fortunately for Chrisean, she wasn't in LA during this circus. Instead, she was in Baltimore having fun with Titan, but even though she was far away, she wasn't particularly thrilled by the drama playing out at home. In fact, she took to Instagram Live to vent, revealing that, strangely enough, she felt somewhat relieved by the chaos. Chrisean revealed that, for the first time in a long time, she was truly excited about moving on, escaping the toxic relationship with Blueface, and looking forward to something much better. Chrisean also revealed why she had stayed silent for so long, saying that it was because Blueface had been sending her and their son dangerous messages. She took advantage of the opportunity to call out Blueface for bringing their son's grandparents into their mess. Rather than, instead of taking responsibility for her own choices, she is managing their relationship as adults, and true to form. Chrisean shifted the attention to her detractors, focusing on her admirers who had been quick to criticize her, and reminding them that, like everyone else, she is human and prone to make mistakes. She said, "I'm excited," with tears of happiness in her eyes, "but I've kept that to myself until now." Speaking candidly, Chrisean pointed out that she couldn't even digest anything, and that others seemed more thrilled about her benefits than she was. "But really, I didn't have to do this," she said. "But I feel like I do. Everyone needs to calm down, stop talking on the phone, and realize that this is serious. We're dealing with actual threats here, and it's not." She even called out Jason Lee, citing something he had said about her predicament. Ignoring the jokes, "Is she all right?" Chrisean considered what he had said, reminding people that she was human and required space. She went on, "Your haters will always see more in you than you can see in yourself. And that ought to inspire you to keep going." She also underlined how pointless it was to include the grandparents in the drama, telling them to just be grandparents and avoid getting involved. "Thanks for packing my stuff, I guess," she concluded with a wry smile. Chrisean is finally taking charge of her story, and it has been chaotic and painful. She is committed to finding solace and the help she needs away from the toxic environment that has surrounded her. Chrisean quickly clarified that she wasn't. Even in Los Angeles, when Blueface people love to express their opinions on it, she said, adding, "Her place is out here hanging with his best friend like it's just another day." As usual, one commenter criticized Blueface's family, saying that although they are always in the spotlight during Chrisean's drama, they were nowhere to be seen when Junior needed a safe place to stay while both parents were in jail. Another person felt that Chrisean should have had her belongings taken out of Blue's house the moment she began dating someone else. Carrara jumped into the conversation and fiercely defended her son, accusing Chrisean of lying. She said that Blueface had never asked his father to record the eviction. Instead, he only wanted his father to get the house ready for his return as a single father. However, Carissa said her husband went too far, recording the event and sharing it online for political purposes. Blueface didn't ask for the video, and Carissa was adamant that his father only wanted the house ready. People were left wondering, was Chrisean justified in moving on with her new boyfriend while still leaving her things at Blueface's house? And is she truly done with him for good? As the drama developed. After all, this is typical behavior for Blueface, and his father probably felt comfortable recording the entire incident, knowing that Blue would overlook it and get back at Chrisean for moving on. This drama-filled story was far from ended, as the relationship between Blueface and Chrisean has been. The comments were overwhelming and the opinions were divided. Incessant social media disputes, paternity disputes, and public arguments are all part of this chaotic cyclone. What began as a relationship full of highs and lows has now taken an even darker turn, with the welfare of their child becoming a growing concern. The toxic environment is taking a toll on their child's health, further complicating an already strained situation. When Chrisean announced she was pregnant in 2023, the storm of drama intensified, and Blueface initially denied it. Since then, their dynamic has been anything but normal. Paternity is fueling a fire that is already out of control. As the drama unfolded, the situation escalated to a degree of public mockery when a comedian made offensive remarks regarding the potential impairment of their pregnant kid. Blueface confirmed on X, formerly Twitter, that he and Chrisean were no longer together. He disputed Chrisean previous relationships as justification for his skepticism, firmly denied his charges, asserting that Blueface's pregnancy problems were more a result of his fears, and she maintained her position that he was using her past to excuse not claiming their child, and things only got worse from there as more people became involved. Offset was drawn into the mess, denying any involvement with Chrisean and removing himself from the drama. Blueface's public condemnation of Chrisean's actions and Offset's quick rejection caused more chaos, with both sides hurling accusations and shade. Name from the mud. The whole thing became a public spectacle with no end in sight as supporters, especially superstars like Cardi B, questioned the legitimacy of all parties involved. The matter only became more complicated because so many people were engaged. Chrisean Blueface and all of their associates are currently caught in a never-ending loop of accusations and reprisals, making it obvious that their relationship is approaching unprecedented toxin levels.